From the mental and physical demands that taking the role of Ariel led to the backlash she had to deal with for years. This is how Disney has destroyed Halle Bailey. When Halle Bailey was first cast as Ariel in Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, she instantly became the actress and singer to talk about. Everyone was talking about her. Headline after headline discussed the importance of casting Bailey in this iconic role. For many people, getting the role of Ariel would have been a dream come true. Who doesn't want to become the Disney mermaid? While Bailey may have felt this way once upon a time when she first landed this dream role, will she continue to feel this way? Especially as it's clear that Disney has destroyed her in many ways? It's not just me thinking that taking on the role of Ariel was more than a little difficult for Bailey. Bailey has come out and expressed how difficult she found filming The Little Mermaid to be, and how physically and mentally intense the entire experience was. First of all, Bailey had to get in great shape. Since she was already athletic, she likely thought that this wouldn't be too difficult. But training for a Disney movie is no joke, as she soon learned. According to Bailey, her day would begin very early, at about 5 a.m. every day when she was filming. She would first head to the gym to continue to keep her body in excellent physical condition. This training helped her develop a six-pack, though she jokes that her abs are nothing like this now. After working out in the gym every morning, she would then begin her stunt training for the day, which often meant she would be in a harness for hours on end. Let's remember, when she's playing Ariel, she's playing a mermaid, and all those underwater scenes were filmed as stunts. Not an easy role at all. Bailey didn't mince her words when she talked about the experience of filming The Little Mermaid. She recently opened up about filming and said, "Looking back, I'm really proud of myself, but it was blood, sweat, and tears. I've been pushing myself to the limits, past what I thought I could ever do in my life." Since so much of her regular acting as Ariel went hand in hand with stunt work, she revealed that she greatly struggled with trying to appear as natural as possible. When she had to film those underwater scenes, which obviously weren't filmed underwater at all, she was in a harness, so she could naturally appear to be swimming around. But this work was an exercise in itself, and worked her core incredibly hard to the point where she had to try her best to make it seem as if she wasn't shaking while she was acting. She explained how physically difficult this was, saying, "I'm trying to hold myself up with my core while singing and acting and trying to look like I'm not shaking because it's like a workout I'm doing, like a plank. So it was all of the things trying to weave them together and look like, this is natural, this is a normal day, I swim in the ocean every day." While Bailey seamlessly performed the role of Ariel, she did have some close calls on set, especially when filming one particularly iconic scene from the film. If you're a fan of the animated movie, you'll probably remember the scene where Ariel swims to the top of the ocean, bursts out of the water, and flips her hair back. That scene was recreated for this live-action The Little Mermaid, and Bailey also shot up out of the water to flip her hair back. However, recreating this scene almost led to Bailey breaking her neck. When looking back on this moment, Bailey said, "I almost broke my neck. My hair was so heavy." Her particular hairstyle allowed water to really weigh down her hair, which could have had catastrophic results. Luckily, she was okay, even though she was clearly in pain after filming it. All in all, it's clear that taking on the role of Ariel was incredibly physically demanding for Bailey. Anytime you overwork your body, you also overwork your mind and can feel quite mentally exhausted as well. Let's remember that movie sets often shoot for long hours at a time, sometimes up to 10 hours or more a day. If Bailey had to do this consistently, it's no wonder she was exhausted by the whole thing, even if she does try to put on a brave face about the whole experience. But these circumstances weren't the only difficulties Bailey felt while working for Disney. She also had her own things to deal with while filming The Little Mermaid. Perhaps most affecting to her was the fact that she was separated from her sister Chloe Bailey while filming, for the first major time in her career. Bailey and her sister are also known as the music group Chloe x Halle and have come up together in the industry. Taking on the role of Ariel meant that Bailey couldn't be by her sister's side all the time, as she used to be, and that was harder on her than she initially thought it would be. Being apart from your sister for a few days or a few weeks is one thing. Being apart from her for months on end is another thing entirely. Because of her filming schedule, she couldn't even celebrate her 21st birthday with her sister. While she was able to celebrate it on set, she had to celebrate it with her family over FaceTime, which definitely isn't as fun as celebrating in person, especially on your 21st. Though Bailey remained positive throughout the filming, she did miss her sister terribly. Plus, let's remember that the overall production of this movie took years. Bailey was only 19 when she was cast. She spent her 21st birthday on set. When the movie came out, she was 23. That's a long time to be put through this entire journey. Bailey wasn't filming all the time throughout all of these years. It appears that she finished filming when she was about 21. But the film had to go through editing and post-production, which is why it took a while to finally be released. But to have to wait this long for the film to finally come out and finally close this chapter of your life? Talk about a journey. And a hard one when considering all the things that Bailey had to deal with once she took on the role of Ariel. Clearly, filming The Little Mermaid was difficult for Bailey in many ways, though she powered through with grace and class. But one situation, one that was and remains completely out of her hands, became too much to ignore once it was revealed that she was going to be Ariel in this live-action remake. I'm talking about all the negative backlash she received once her casting was revealed. Backlash that was mainly racist and downright disrespectful. Bailey was only 19 when she was cast. Dealing with racist behavior is hard for anyone, no matter how old they are. But to see Bailey so young, dealing with this insane level of unbelievable hatred is more than a little sad. Obviously, Bailey couldn't have ignored this backlash even if she tried, as it became so loud. She recently opened up about how she dealt with this all, and revealed that she wanted to stay as positive as possible while she remembered all the little kids that may look up to her after seeing the movie. She said, "What truly strikes my heart and makes me just cry are seeing the reactions of the babies and the children and the beautiful black-brown boys and girls who see themselves in this character in this new version of Ariel. And that honestly is what I focus on, what makes me the happiest. These videos just make me feel like I've done a good job." It's a shame that Bailey had to go through so much just because she landed the role of Ariel. And it's also a shame that Disney made her go through so much. Many people feel that they could have had her back more or protected her more, especially when it came to filming difficult stunt scenes, but also because the backlash was so terrible. So, from the racist backlash she received when she was only 19 to the mental and physical toll filming had on her. This was how Disney destroyed Halle Bailey.